Our next speaker is Risk Advisory Director at Deloitte New Zealand, but today she's actually going to talk about our Youth Entrepreneur Program, which is Hatch. Please welcome Lisa Tai.
It's pretty surreal, I think, like many of us. I think Beatrice is an absolute legend. So to be introduced by Beatrice today to the stage is pretty cool. So thank you very much. Ni sambula manaka, talofa lava, no ia e Māori, o tuasa le Lisa Tai, ngono e West Auckland, foiexia ngā chatakoa. Good morning everyone, and warm Pacific greetings to all of our wonderful guests, especially our Pacific business owners, youth and community leaders. Today really is about you. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for having me today. I know the program is packed. It's packed with amazing speakers, so to have the opportunity to share a little bit about our experience and the work that we do is a real privilege, and we don't take it for granted, so thank you very much. For a bit of context, sorry, I keep moving away from the mic. For a bit of context, I've had the privilege of being part of Deloitte, also known as one of the big four accounting firms, for the last 15 years. So I started as a grad, and out of all of the things that I've done during my career, being able to lead Deloitte's Pasifika Services Group, PASPL, is pretty cool. And I'm very proud to be part of an organisation that values the contribution that we all bring to New Zealand. The work that we do is all about access. So access to tools, technologies, resources, and industry advice. It is really early days, but man, we've had some cool projects that we've been able to work on, including supporting Moana Pasifika. We are especially grateful to PBT, and over the last 18 months, we've had the opportunity to engage with over 500 Pacific businesses across New Zealand. It has been absolutely awesome, and we don't take any of that again for granted. For me personally, one of the projects that has had a lifelong impact on me has been the experience working on Hatch, which is PBT's youth entrepreneurship program with a focus on digital. Now, Hatch has been a PBT program for a few years, but this year we launched a pilot of essentially Hatch 2.0. The pilot was a 12-week program supporting 20 young entrepreneurs to develop and grow their business ideas. Topics included design thinking, customer strategy, digital marketing, accounting and tax, cybersecurity, and the program was supported by a range of awesome partners, including the wonderful team from Spark. The cohort featured a range of budding entrepreneurs with awesome ideas, from an online gifting platform to a Pacific animation studio, to a Pacifica brand agency, to a hydroponics, a legitimate hydroponics business, to a wellness and identity program for young people. Now, I get quite emotional every time I think about this particular cohort of young people. I believe it's young people that really have the opportunity and the potential to move the dial for all of us. We've had the privilege of hearing their stories, behind their businesses, of witnessing their hustle and their grit, all to get ahead, and all powered by the purpose of supporting their families. And so no matter what organisation you're from, or what your role is, or what your job is, I think that is something that we can all relate to. It's all about supporting our families. Now, when I was planning about what to speak about, I'm really petrified about public speaking. I thought I could spend 20 minutes telling you about Deloitte and how awesome Deloitte is. But that would be, no, that's not a good idea. But I thought a much better idea would be for you to hear directly from our young Pacific entrepreneurs. They are way cooler, way smarter, and way funnier than me. So I'd really like to use this opportunity for you to hear their stories from them, to hear about their experiences as a young Pacific business owner and what they have learned from Hatch. So on that note, can I please ask you to welcome, and warmly welcome, my friends and members of the 2021 Hatch graduating class, Cruz Tokura and Indigo Sagala. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the PBT
Hello.
Social Enterprise Summit Chetro. Look, we've got a countdown clock in front of us that is ticking, so we're going to keep it short and sharp in terms of Q&A. Yeah?
Cool. Hi, everyone.
So, during the Hatch program, one of the skills we practiced was the ability to articulate our ideas and who we are and where we're from in a business setting, and to do it fast. So on that note, there is no better time to practice than to practice in front of 400 people all staring at you, to actually practice your elevator pitches. So tell us a little bit about your business, who you are, and what is important to you. Indigo.
Talofa love, everyone. How's everyone doing? Yeah, wake up. No. Hi, everyone. I'm Indigo Sagala. I'm the director and founder of Bindichewdays dance company. I've been dancing and teaching hip-hop since I was 16. I'm not going to say I'm old because everyone's going to get mad. But I've been doing it for the past 15 years. And after taking lots of teams to the World Hip-Hop Champs and getting medals and coaching kids, I decided to start my own dance company. So at the moment, we have dance classes on Tuesdays and Fridays. And through the Hatch program, we were able to expand as a business. So we learnt about all the things that we're learning again today, digital, how to make your business better, and how to use the skills or the tools around you to help you. And so basically back to Bindichewdays, we saw a hole in the market for affordable quality training. A lot of hip-hop studios, particularly, because it's kind of cool, like TikTok, right? Like, it's cool to be a dancer or whatever. But people are starting to capitalize on that and charging quite a lot for dancers to dance in general. So we found that our pain point, and we now provide quality training. So we have really good choreographers, and it's really affordable. So that's where we see ourselves pushing the creativity and the next generation for hip-hop dancers in New Zealand. So thank you.
Nice. No pressure, Cruz.
Kia ora, everyone. Whakalofalei atu. My name is Cruz Tokura. I'm half caste New Zealand born. My mum's from the Cook Islands, from Hollywood, the Otutaki, and over there. We're hosted the 2006 Survivor Series, the Cook Islands. So we're pretty proud of that. And my dad's from Niue, the heart of the Polynesia, really. You know, they say the light bulb was invented there. And we really believe that as well. But my name is Cruz Tokura. I started a company called BeSpace. And what BeSpace is it's an online marketplace for finding trainers and coaches. So if you're a coach or a trainer and you want to get more traffic, you jump on our website, we'll bring the traffic, you put up all your services, and we try and get you in front of people. At the moment, we're aiming for personal trainers, coaches, physiotherapists, nutritionists. We want to be the focal point of health and fitness. And for my one, it was in my social sports, I'm getting slower. It's a fact. I can't keep up anymore. And I try to find a trainer for someone to train me low-key so no one could see me in the fields. But I couldn't find one. And I was like, man, I could not find one. So I said, I'll build out the system. I'll build out the platform. So at the moment, I'm building out the platform. And yeah, it's pretty hard. But having places like this and the digital workshops here, it helps out quite a bit. But yeah, that's my next challenge. Thank you.
Nice. Can I ask you both to share about why you joined the Hatch program, and maybe one challenge or obstacle that you're looking to overcome by joining something like Hatch? Indigo?
Yeah. So I didn't know anything about, I'm really, really new to the whole business world. I'm just from the street, we just dance on the street and in our garage and stuff like that. So my dad, he works at 531 PI, woo, woo. He works there, and he had an interview with someone from PBT, and basically he came home raving about it. He was like, you have to do this program, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what? Like, who are these people? And then found this whole new world of Pacific Business Trust. And so I signed up and then went to Ellerslie. And to be honest, when I saw Lisa, I was like, I'm going to do it. I want to be exactly like her. She's just such a phenomenal woman and such a good role model, and and just everything they said they were going to provide, the services, the panels, the speakers we were going to learn from, I was just like, yeah, something I definitely have to jump on. And yes, since then we've been able to learn about things. Like I said again, I didn't know half these things, and learning it and actually implementing it, and they're also following up after as well on how they can continue to help us. So yeah, Hatch program just changed my life, just changed my eyes, really, yeah.
Yeah, my one was, I came up through the Air Force. So, and then I was like, I'm ready to be in a position where I can sort of solve my own problems and I can tackle my own issues. So I left that world behind, but it was a fun world. Man, it was hard to leave. It took me a whole year to actually leave. But I left, and then a friend sent me an email about the Hatch program. I knew nothing about this as well. And he said, isn't this what you want to do? So I was like, yeah, and then I signed up. I didn't actually know what it was. I thought it was, you sort of just get paired up with another Pacifica owner, and then you just hang out with them for like a week, and then the next month you hang out with them for a week. But then we met the Deloitte team, and they had the structured program, and they had syllabuses and everything, and I was like, oh man, this is actually legit. And then so we went to the classes, and it was like the whole, you don't know what you don't know, and there was so much I learned from it. And I think my biggest issue was telling my mum I was going to leave the Air Force. She wasn't a fan of that. She doesn't understand, like, oh, I'm doing this to greater this. She was like, why are you leaving there? You know, there's paying job here, this. But I'm still convincing her now.
Cruz, thank you. Cruz did 12 years in the Air Force, so thank you very much for your service, Cruz. And Indigo, you get extra points for giving me a shout out, so thank you. We've heard about how digital can be an enabling tool for businesses. So could you both share a little bit around how digital and tech have changed the way you think or the way that you were running your business?
So when I used to hear the word digital, I used to think like social media, right? You think Instagram, Facebook, like that's digital, marketing, whatever. But after doing the Hatch program, there's programs like Xero. Does everyone know about Xero? Oh, maybe it was just me.
Yes, they do.
So I found out about Xero, found out how you can like register your business. Like I know it seems really like, oh, you're at that stage. But for me, I was like, this is like changing the game for the whole of the Pacific community in New Zealand. Because when I talk to my friends, I'm like, have you registered your business? They're like, what's that? You know, and it seems like, oh, it's the basic. But for some of us out there, it really is like a whole new world. So learned about Xero. There's an app called Miro. And if you have meetings and stuff, it's really, really good to help you structure your meetings. And there's so many templates on there that you can use for frameworks. So Miro is a really good app as well. And cybersecurity as well. We learned about cybersecurity, how to build websites, e-commerce, all those things, that's digital now to me. I have a whole new view of that. So get along to any of those digital workshops, guys.
Yeah, my one was, my startup was completely digital, so it was a whole new world I was learning. I came from a world of spanners and hammers and drills. Coming onto the new spanners and hammers and drills with just a keyboard and a screen, but I had to relearn everything about digital again. It was tough because we all do our craft for so long, and it's hard to choose another path, even though we know it's right. And I'm at that stage now. I'm trying to have my old learning mentality when I used to learn how to do engineering. I'm trying to bring that back because she's tough. It's hard, but anything we're hard doing, yeah.
Nice. And I guess for both of you, with your respective businesses, what does success look like for you, and how do you define success for your business?
So at the end of the Hatch program, we had to do a 10-minute presentation, and I literally outlined what success looks like for me. It's seeing my parents retire, it's seeing my family not have to do a 9-to-5, and everyone just living in their passion. So a little bit about myself. I finished school, did the year 13, And after I finished school, I just knew I never wanted to work a 9 to 5. I never wanted to do the, not the average, but I just didn't want to live a life where I woke up looking at the roof like, oh, here we go again. So it has been really hard work. I have to work my butt off to make opportunities happen for myself, but I'd rather do that than wake up not wanting to do what I'm doing. Does that make sense? So yeah, I just want to see my family live and get paid with their passion and just help them navigate the business world. You know, when my little sisters and brothers are ready to start their own business, I can then pass the tools on to them and my nieces and nephews. But honestly, like materialistically, success to me would just look like waking up in Japan in the snow and not having to do anything for a year. That would be amazing. Yeah, but that's materials, though.
Yeah, that question's hard. I think my one was waking up and then you chose the problem to solve. I think getting up and then you said to yourself, this is what I'm going to solve today. This is the problem I'm going to attack today. If I can be in that position for the rest of my life, that'll be pretty good.
Nice. The colours on the countdown have gone red. So maybe just a couple of quick questions. Indigo, for you, what was the highlight? One highlight from the program?
Oh, we went to the Zuru Mansion. If you don't know, oh man, that place was, does everyone know, wait, can I say Kim.com's mansion? Yeah, we went there, and it was sick. Yeah, but we also learned from Nick Mowbray and the story of his life. So, you know, it's cool. You see mansions and you're like, whoa. But then when you hear that him and his siblings, you know, ate McDonald's for Christmas and that was a treat for like 10 years or something, you know, and they lived in hotels where it was 50 cents a week. It really hit home, you know, because you're thinking, whoa, this cool mansion. But what they had to do to get there was just insane. So, yeah, that was a big highlight.
Yeah, mine was probably the same as Indigo, and we had a whole bunch of people come speak as well. I think it was John Tapu from Cover Bowl Media. Oh man, he was hard case. He came in, wore his jandals into Deloitte. Everyone's wearing their corporate clothes, and he rocks up in his jandals and his ula as well. And I was like, oh my gosh, who's this dude? And just hearing his story, man, he was crazy. And probably the catering at Deloitte.
Oh my
Goodness me.
gosh.
It's like 5-star over there. It's 5-star.
The food.
Thanks, Ranesh, who's the partner here, for funding our catering for 12 weeks. Look, just to close us out, one bit of advice that you would like to give to other Pacific business owners or those thinking about getting into their own business. Indigo.
Cool. I think, so I was thinking about this when I woke up because I was like, what can be a leaving message? But the thing for me is that we can only make it together. You know, we're all from the same bloodline. We're all, you know, family in this room. We all know what it's like to grow up with Pacific parents. Like my parents are here and they took ages to let me pursue dance as a career. So yeah, I just think like more collaborative stuff together and support your locals. You know, if there's Countdown there, but then there's like a Pacific market there, just get your milk there for an extra 50 cents. Like, try and support each other as much as possible. We're the only way that we're going to succeed in the business world in general, and people might look down on us. And, you know, I've had people be like, oh, you know, she's Samoan and she's a business owner or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm proud, I own that. And I've got so many friends around me that are going to reach that level. So just keep supporting one another, support your locals, and yeah, work together to make us the best. Yeah.
It's probably the unknown. That's probably really scary. I think that's the one thing I keep battling with. But I think as a people, we were navigators. You know, we left our islands. My parents migrated here. They all left not knowing. And I think as I'm going into now in that unknown territory in the Air Force, my career was always planned ahead of me, but now I'm sort of pathing the way there. So I think just having that, like just knowing that the unknown's coming and you just embrace it and just, yeah, it's scary, but like just embrace it.
Nice. Wait, it started flashing at me now. Look, I could spend probably another hour listening to Indigo and Cruz. I told you they were funny, way funny and cooler. But But I just want to say how proud I am of both of you. We know that you're going to do amazing things for yourselves and for your families. So thank you for sharing your story with all of us. And on behalf of the Hatch team, on behalf of PBT, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey. And we look forward to all of your successes, paying witness to it. And please remember us when you're super rich and famous as well. I think that's us, and it is
Thank you,
morning
everyone.
tea time.
Forgo everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.